Hello, everyone. Walk Hill Bethelite here. And there are, from my understanding, two new governing body members. And what does that mean? Well, to me, that means that the governing body members that they're replacing, the governing body members, the older ones that were involved with lying to me personally about the end of the world and about Watchtower being God's organization. The older governing body members that they're replacing are almost dead. And it is about time. And Watchtower needs to have some people to replace them. They need to have some people to replace them because they're getting so old that they can barely sit through a broadcast. We're talking about Sam Hurd and we're talking about Jared Loach, right? I'm not talking about the governing body members that joined in the 2000s. Like, for example, Tony Morris. Tony Morris joined the governing body when I was at Bethel, right? I'm talking about the ones that lied to me and were involved with lying to me as a youth growing up. I was already in the cult when Tony Morris was joined the governing body. So trying to blame him, he's just keeping the lie going. The ones that I blame more so than others are the ones that lied when I originally started to believe said lie. Those people. And Watchtower has got to replace them. They have to replace them with two new governing body members. Who cares who the new governing body members are? The real issue, the real important thing is that the ones that they're replacing are almost dead. And the reason why Watchtower has got to replace them before they die is because Sam Hurd and Jared Loach can barely sit through a broadcast. They can barely complete their broadcast without soiling their diaper. If you can't get through a broadcast without drooling, without soiling your pamper, your huggy, well, it's better for them to just go ahead and appoint two new governing body members to make it so that there's less stress on Sam Hurd and Jared Loach. Because they are so old that, you can just look at a person and you can tell by looking at them that the Grim Reaper has been standing by their bedside. I'm talking the Grim Reaper is sharpening his sickle and he is ready to snatch that soul right out of that body. You can tell when you look at Loach and Hurd, because I'm not talking about the governing body members that joined in the 2000s. You can look it up. You can Google. You can see which governing body members have been there and were involved with the lie when you came in the religion. And you can see the ones that came in after the fact in the 2000s. And they're just keeping the lie going. You had already been fooled. They didn't fool you. You were already fooled by Loach and Hurd. And for me, a lot of the governing body members and the people and the higher ups that were involved in fooling me, they're already dead. They're already dead. I'm happy about that. They're already done went through the whole process of turning blue and looking like the Smurfs. They look just like the cartoon, the Blue Smurfs, the people that Jehovah's Witnesses are afraid of. They're frightened of them because they do. I don't know. They're afraid of the Smurfs. Well, the governing body members, most of the ones that lied to me, they're all dead. They're all blue. You know, they've already been a feast, an all you can eat buffet for the maggots. The maggots, they were lined up. They went into the coffin. On the coffin, one of the maggots that decided to make that coffin a restaurant for the other maggots wrote, "All you can eat buffet." So people like the older governing body members that passed on. I can't remember if Milton Henschel is dead. I'll look that up later, and if he is, I will rejoice. But all the older governing body members, when you type in the word governing body, you have to scroll back because they have all the newer ones. But when you scroll back, it'll show you the older governing body members, right? All of those older governing body members are on a menu. Their face is literally on a menu, and maggots are in their coffin or were in their coffin, and they were enjoying their meal. One maggot decided he wanted some Milton Henschel. Another maggot decided he wanted some Theodore Jarox, or however you pronounce his name. But they were all on the maggot menu, and those maggots enjoyed their meal. And the maggots that were ahead of the line were telling the maggots behind the line, "Hey guys, your meal is right around the corner. It's almost here. Your meal in the back of the line is right around the corner." And they weren't lying. The maggots were not lying. Jehovah's Witnesses have been lying about the end of the world being around the corner. But when those governing body members die, the maggots do not lie. When the maggots that are already enjoying their meal tell the other maggots that are just entering the coffin, "Hey, your meal is right around the corner. Go ahead and get yourself some cutlery. Go ahead and get yourself a napkin to tuck into your maggot shirt so you don't get crumbs on it from John Rock's face and all the other old wrinkled up, crinkled up, balled up governing body members." See, Hurd and Loesch are next in line. They haven't died yet, but they had to go ahead and replace them because they were nodding off during the broadcast. You can only say cut and roll again so many times when you're trying to record the broadcast. And Hurd slobbers and slunches down in his seat, and Jared Loesch or whoever he falls asleep and soils his pamper. They just decide, "Hey, let's go ahead and go with a new set of governing body members." And that's a very joyous occasion for me. I can't speak for everyone, right? There's some people that may be upset that there are new governing body members being brought in as of 2023, the year 2023, where Jehovah's Witnesses, they never believed that this year would even get here. Not only is the year here, they're still appointing brand new governing body members. When the Jehovah's Witnesses pass the wine and the cracker, Uh, there are brand new people drinking the wine and eating the saltine cracker, saying that they're anointed now. They're anointed. So now they're part of the 144 million or however many of them it is now that keep on saying that they're anointed. This is ridiculous. This cult has passed any ability for someone who has any kind of cognitive mental capacity, anybody that has any intelligence. It's beyond their ability to fall for it anymore. They've been telling you that the end of the world is around the corner since you were freaking 8 years old. And it is 2023, people. And they are just now appointing new governing body members in 2023. When the memorial comes around, you're going to see people snacking on them saltines in 2023. The end of the world is nowhere near around the corner like they said. They've been lying all this time. And the beautiful thing about this is while, yes, Hurd and Loesch were involved in lying to me and tricking me when I was a youth, and the other ones that have already been on the other governing body members that did it also, that have already been on the menu for the maggots, they were involved with it also. But the beautiful thing about it is you can't take, let me talk directly to Hurd and Loesch. Put Hurd over here with the suspenders on and his nice watch, and put Loesch over here with the rug on his head or whatever that is, and his face is just, put him over here and Hurd over here. Let me talk to them. You can't take any of that prominence that you have gained from becoming a governing body member of that cult with you in the grave. You can't take any of the money that you may have gotten as being a part of the governing body with you in the grave. All of that is for nothing. Because in a short time, right around the corner, y'all gonna die. Right around the corner. The Reaper is right by your bedside. I'm telling you, he's sharpening. I'm telling you, he's sharpening his sickle. That bad boy nice and sharp. He can see his reflection in it. It's nice and sharp and polished and ready for the smashing of Samuel Hurd's black ass out of his soul and the smashing of Jared Loesch looking ash out of his soul, or out of his body, the soul right out that body, that nice sickle. That's the only time I like the Grim Reaper, is when he's standing next to governing body members' bedsides. And you understand that Stephen Lett was a part of that also. Stephen Lett, I like to laugh at his facial deformities. I like to laugh at his mental handicap when he gets on the camera and he can't control his face. And, he just constantly looks like a deer in headlights. Let's leave him there so I can laugh at all of his facial gyrations. He just looks like he's constantly, climaxing or constantly taking a dump. Let's leave him be just for the comedy relief. But you got to understand how nice it is. Oh, how nice and how sweet it is to be able to just watch the people who lied to you, this is just how I feel. I don't know how you feel. But just to watch the people that lied to you crumble and decay and become decrepit and become an invalid and need help getting in and out the bed and gets lost in the hallways at Bethel and oh how nice and how sweet it is because now it's time for us to laugh, right? See, all the governing body members that are dead, and Sam Hurd and Loesch and Stephen Lett and David Splain. David Splain, he looks inbred. He looks like his cousins. His mom and dad were cousins, but that's neither here nor there. The point is I gain so much joy when the people that lied to me, I'm able to look down in the ground and yell at them. It's right around the corner, brothers. The end of the way. It's right around the corner, y'all. Then I stomp on the ground and see if I can rattle the coffin. I know it's far down there. It's kind of far, but maybe when I stomp, some of the echo gets down to the coffin and rattles, and that skull bangs around in that coffin, and I yell, "The end of the world is right around the corner, brothers. Y'all just wait right there in that coffin. Be patient. I saw your lips fell off like 10 decades ago, but be patient. The end of the world right around the corner, brothers." I think that if the current governing body members that are next on the Grim Reapers list, if they wanted to do a good deed, what they should do is get themselves cremated and tell their whoever would claim that dust, tell them that they want to donate it to me. Say, you're going to donate it to me. Put my name down there. Ex-Wallkill Bethelite. Put my name on your urn. Send it to me so that I can take some of that dust and sprinkle it around the corner, and tell them that, hey, you're right around the corner, brothers. And I take some of the dust out of the urn and I sprinkle it on the edge of the corner. That way they can be, what they've been saying all these years. They'll be right around the corner. I'll sprinkle them all around. Right around the corner. Or I'll just flush them down the toilet. Right? Just dump them whole. Make sure you get all that dust. Put your finger in there and scrape your finger around and see if there's a little bit of dust on there and sprinkle that in the toilet also and flush, right? Because you've been teaching bullshit all these years. What you've been teaching deserves to be in the toilet. So since you've been teaching it for so long, you need to be in the toilet because you're full of it. You're full of bullshit. You're full of bullshit. But the thing is how does it feel when you got your fancy little watch and your fancy little title and you're about to die? How does that feel? It's great for me just being able to watch. I enjoy watching the broadcast when the older ones are there because I just look at how nice and fresh and ripe they are for the Undertaker. I just like to look at how dead they look. People start to look like, they start losing function before they die. It don't all just happen at once. It happens nice and slow, right? So the new governing body members means that I get to watch as the other governing body members they replace die nice and slow as they eat spoonful of after spoonful of applesauce because they're their teeth and they can't chew. They can't bite into the chicken without their teeth coming out. So they eat spoonful after spoonful of applesauce. And I'd love to feed them a spoonful of applesauce myself. I'd be so happy. But see, that's the thing is now it's our turn to rejoice. Now it's our turn to enjoy ourselves. I think that even if they don't want to be cremated and donate their dust to us, they should at least allow all the people that they lied to be able to come to the funeral and shake the coffin. Shake the coffin, right? And just watch their head bang. Bang from side to side on the coffin. Boom, 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 boom. And just shake the coffin and tell them, hey, is the end of the world here yet? Well, it's here for you. And just shake and shake and shake. And after you shake the coffin about 20 to 30 times, you probably want to stop because your arms are going to get tired. But after you shake the coffin vigorously, whatever position they're in, when you get done shaking the governing body coffin, that's the position we go ahead and close the coffin and they get to spend freaking an eternity in that position, right? That's the game, right, that I would like to play. And if they would be so nice as to grant me that, I'd be so happy I'd stop doing the videos. I'd be so happy if they were to grant me, I can shake their coffin. And I can shake them until, just bounce them around in that coffin, and whatever position the body is after it bangs around in that coffin and it falls all to the side and stuff, whatever position the body is in, I get to close it and they get to bury them just like that. I'd be happy. I'd quit doing videos. I'd be happy. I'd be satisfied with that. But that's just a game I'd like to play. I haven't been notified by Watchtower or by anybody that I get to do it. They haven't given me permission to do it. But it doesn't hurt to ask, right? I'd like to call Bethel actually and ask them. It doesn't hurt to ask. It might be a 0.1.000% chance they might say yeah. Yeah, brother, come over here and kick and shake the coffin. But even if I don't get to do any of all that, I get to enjoy watching just the watching them just crumble, watching the old ones just crumble. And they get to take all that title and all that stuff that they did, and they get to just pack it all into the earth so that the maggots can eat and banquet. I think mice, it's a possibility, mice and rats. I don't know if they can get down there. I don't know what else can get down there and banquet, because we don't want to leave anything out. Anything that gets to enjoy the banquet, your meal is right around the corner. So comment down below. Let me know what you think. 937-789-4029. I have a Cash App now. The Cash App is # the X Bethelite. So THEX and then Bethelite, all lowercase. And yeah, hey, we'll discuss it. So the new governing body members, what does it mean? It means that for the old ones they're replacing, the maggots, their meal is right around the corner. It's almost here. It's almost here. It's right. Your meal is right around the corner. Get those napkins ready. Shine the cutlery and enjoy some herd and low souffle. And if we're lucky, you can throw, lead in there, and whoever the home, the other one, Splain, throw him in there also. Those would be a nice bonus. X Wall Kill Bethelite signing out.